Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm Terra Cactus, and this is Pathway. A huge cloud of dust slowly moves towards you. Confused, you come across a stop. A large convoy of trucks is headed your way. It must be the Germans. You hastily take cover in a nearby depression. The noise of the engines gets louder. After it seems like an eternity, the engine noise fades away in the distance. You breathe a sigh of relief. The Nazis didn't spot you. You hear the bleating of goats. Long before you can gather yourself, the man made himself comfortable. You nod to each other and exchange a few words. When the conversation turns to Germans, the goather jumps up excitedly. I'm seen a man, and I seek one in the path of the own ruin. Confused, you asked and gathered what he means. The wise men and women in the village know of no stranger to approach the holy Mount Erat without incurring its wrath. Listen and believe. Once Erat is awakened, the earth will shake its foundations. You say goodbye, and the shepherd is set off, confused and thoughtful. You peer carefully over the ridge of the dune. A large unit of German troops has camped just beneath you. Maybe secured camp, but with sandbags and patrolling guards, and further back you see military jeeps and stockpiles. You look at each other. This won't be easy. Search the enemy fuel dump. Baron creeps carefully past the guards, and Posty makes it to the fuel dump. After some time he returns heavily loaded with stolen jerry cans. Mercilessly, he takes through the enemy lines without raising an alarm, to perform a slight jig of happiness. At the foot of the mighty mountain, you finally find the vehicles of the Nazi expedition. They're parked at the old mine entrance. You have reached your destination. You will park your own vehicle behind the rock and cautiously sneak closer with your weapon drawn, but you do not encounter anybody. After a long trek through the enormous mine, you hear voices. You sneak closer and hide behind some boxes. The hall is teeming with soldiers, and you hear a loud shout. The detachment of soldiers runs into an adjoining room. You crane your necks, but you cannot see what they're doing in there. Suddenly you feel muzzles and several rifles being jammed into your backs. You have been discovered. The patrol escorts you into the stone chamber. The soldiers and the sensor officer are standing around them, a huge sprawling device. The officer's face lights up when he sees you. Delightful. I do love company. Please come closer. You see, this is a problem with these old myths. You can never know what to expect. The wrath of God presumably is an artifact of untold power, deadly power, if you understand me. The officer points casually towards the object. I'm sure you can appreciate what reluctant to risk the lives of my men. Perhaps you might help me. The officer nods, and you encouragingly look around to see several rifles pointed at you. You have no choice. You approach the strange object, and it's covered with arcane devices. Its midst you see a bizarre yet fearsome-looking object. Its mythical wrath of God? What will happen when you take it? Jackson shrugs and grabs the artifact. Then everything happens very quickly. Oh. What? Oh. Oh, God. Among the startled shouts of the surprised soldiers, you also hear Jackson cries of pain. The wrath of God glows in his hands. The swift motion, Jackson hurls the weapon aside. You take cover, anticipating the German counterattack. What did that do? Okay. Well, I'ma stab you first. I'll gut you inside like a Cornish day. Like a Cornish gaping. And, I'm gonna just shoot you. Because, you know, that's how I feel like it. You can take a shot as well, right? Hunker on down. You, my friends, I think I'm gonna let you walk and take some cover right here. Then fire upon that Nazi soldier. Laser rifles? What is this, sci-fi? Grief. That's not very fond of you, is it? Fine. Take a bullet to the back. I'll just fire on you again. You're dead. No sense in letting you live. You can take care of the commander. He won't survive. Okay, let's see what you do next, friends. Oh, that one hurt a lot. Gonna make you never get up again. I'm vanishing because I don't want to be hit again by anything that I don't know about. Stabby, stabby. Let's take a good crack shot at ya. See? All good. What is the Wrath of God like? It's just like a massive weapon that, like, what is, like, it's artifact? I guess we're gonna find out. As the last soldier falls on the ground, you look at each other in disbelief. You actually did it, but you don't have time. A loud creaking noise warns you that another impending danger. A monstrous construct did not survive the battle unscratched. Reaction shot. During the next turn, your character will perform a counterattack. Person needs to attack them. I'll just choose cleave. You can get that new weapon. But I can give you that. Okay, continue. The whole place could collapse at any moment. You run as fast as you can to escape the collapsing monastery. Oh god. Get out, get out, get out! Run! Only when you've reached your jeep do you have time to catch your breath.
The artifact should be buried forever under tons of rock. Your only consolation is that the Nazis will never get their hands on it.
Back to the menu. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was that next adventure, The Wrath of God. Overall, I feel it was a pretty good overall adventure, much larger than the last one, and definitely interesting. My thoughts on it were, like, the mystery and the build-up, it's quite nice. I like how the game has, like, the slow build-up, you don't quite know what's going on, the adventure goes forward, and just, like, it's nice progression, forward and going on. You're fighting this war against the Nazis, and there's sci-fi and different kinds of guns, yet it holds this Indiana Jones-esque kind of thing going on, and I like that about it. But about this particular adventure, I feel that it was nicely spaced out, a good space. You know, you had a lot of deviation. You could explore and do things. Though I would have liked a little bit more flavor text. That can go a long way. But beyond that, it's still a good game so far. I would highly recommend you all check it out before I start the next adventure, which I am going to. I would highly recommend you all check it out in the Epic Game Store. It is well worth the money that you can put into it, and it's hardly should take up any space in your computer. Well, I am Terracactus, and this has been Pathway. I'll see you in the next video. Ta-ta!